Hey Gemini, I'm Empress Rose and we're going to do another reading for you. These are general readings, of course, and so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. The cards are all pre-shuffled very thoroughly and prepared and prayed over so that I don't have to do this long, laborious process on camera. All right, we're going to start with the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck to give us a reading of where we're going today. So we need a message for Gemini. Message for, that's half the deck. We need a message for Gemini. A message for Gemini. Message for Gemini. Okay. So this one flipped over. Ooh, I like. Oh, wow. Okay. So we have this long way home. You've begun a journey. You're not necessarily going to be in charge of the whole journey the whole way. There's going to be some weather, and the weather is going to, some metaphorical weather, and the weather is going to have a say in this. You've got ideas. You're moving forward, possibly with an idea, possibly with a plan. But you have launched this. You have picked up anchor, and you're moving forward. You might. It looks like there's some sort of distant companions on this journey with you. You have it. There's another balloon in the very distant background. There's not a lot of clarity. And there's a little bit of stagnant energy. So this is the moment where you've got the idea, you've launched the idea, you've pulled up anchor. You're not moving very fast, though. You're sort of like, all right, we are off. We've begun. But it's not like we're off to the races. It's like, okay, I've made some steps. I've pulled up the anchor, I've risen above this situation, and I am heading out on a journey, but we're not really moving yet. And parts of this journey, your decision was the decision to pull up anchor and to start. The other decisions about what direction you're going, that's going to be up to the wind. How fast you get there, that's going to be up to the wind. So there's going to be some sort of... Now there's a lot of this situation that's a little bit out of your hands. You've made a lot of choices, and you're ready to go. And you have this like guide with you, I want to say, not to lead you anywhere, but to help you see where it is that you are, to help you understand where it is that you are. Along with that, like anchors away sort of thing, we have this internal transformation. So your heart area is changing, it's moving. You're sitting in stillness and sort of just feeling these changes right now. A similar vibe that I'm getting right here is this sort of stillness, like the change has happened. You are the butterfly. The change has happened, and right now you're just sitting with it, and like, okay, we've made a decision. We've pulled up anchor. We've transformed into this butterfly, and we're just sitting with that energy right now. It's a very sweet, heart-filled, emotional energy here. A very calm, though, emotion, a very sweet emotion. And then here we have listen. So in none of these cards is there like, there's activity as far as making a decision and changing within, but there's not a lot of like movement or moving out. So this is listen, and this is like a deep grounding energy, really listening to the earth, really listening to your heart, really listening to your intuition. So there's a lot of like feeling your heart, feeling the changes that you're going through, and also listening and absorbing new information, subtle information, maybe listening for the changes in the wind, maybe listening to this elephant guide. Yeah, there's a it's time for stillness and to listen. And I think part of this balloon is sort of the promise that the wind will change and will move you to new places. All right, so we're going to get to the Santa Muerte Tarot for the body of the reading. Okay, I don't usually take that, but that really leapt out. This is a justice card that leapt out. We're going to take that as a sort of overall idea of some sort of balance being restored, some sort of fairness, some sort of, it could be an actual legal situation that's happening. But there's some balance coming into your life, some fairness coming into your life, some, we're balancing out the passion with the heart and the mind, I feel like. And I feel like here too, we're having a little bit of heart and mind. You're not the only one that's getting a super heart and mind, and the combination and where those things are together and with how they work together. So I feel like a little bit when I'm looking at the scales here and the justice and the combination of the red flowers and the yellow flowers, and we have this combination of red and yellow here. So I'm seeing just this, a lot of ideas coming in and a lot of changing within. All right. So again, these are very thoroughly shuffled before I even turned on the camera. Message for Gemini. This is your past. This is your present. This is your internal landscape. This is what blocks you. External landscape. To-do list and what's going to start happening. Possible outcome. So in your recent past, you have a very painful situation. This is the Three of Swords. This is feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, feeling betrayed by a situation, by someone that you love. These people were together. They were hanging out together. It looks like maybe they were drinking together a little bit. They were friends. They were hanging out. And then this one's in a complete submissive state, and this one's in an active backstabbing state, seeming to almost enjoy the pleasure of feeling dominant. So that's a little bit of the energy in the past. You could be either one of these characters. You could have been the dominant one who was taking pleasure in betrayal. And in feeling powerful, and getting your power from hurting someone else. I hope that's not you, but that can be you. Or you could be this one who's here in submission, saying, "I don't want to fight. This isn't what I want," but is still sitting here and taking it. So there's a heartbreaking situation, really hitting your heart area here. In your present situation, we have a female figure or a more feminine figure or a female energy, or this could be you, this could be someone around you. This is the Queen of Swords. She is done fighting. So the fight's over. You're done fighting, you're done arguing. You could do it. You have what you need now to do this, or this person in your life has what they need now. They know they're battle worn. They understand the situation. They've still got their sword on them, and they can cut things out whenever they want. They're choosing not to do that right now. Right now, they would like to just move forward with their life, and get through the garden and get home. They're on their way home from the battle, and this is a long way home. So maybe you're moving to a new place, away from this heartache, away from this battle. So we have recent past of this deep heartache, this deep sense of betrayal, and then we have this moving forward away from this arguing, bickering, painful energy with the lessons on your back, and you're moving forward, and you've learned a lot, and or there's someone in your life who is embodying this, but you've learned a lot and you're moving forward. You're not going to take any shit. You're going to cut it out the second you see it, but because you still have your sword, you're still fully capable. But it's sort of a mastery of communication, a mastery of ideas, a mastery of understanding what you're going to take and what you're not going to take anymore. So this is a good combo of cards right here. In your internal landscape, you have the world. So I don't understand quite why the world is in your internal landscape, because obviously it's very external. So normally we see the world and it's just this massive tide change. The world around us is changing. So this is just the world inside you changing, is my guess. It's just this time aspect. All 4 seasons are represented here. We have the unsettlement, the unsettled seasons of spring and fall, the more stable seasons of winter and summer. So inside, if you're moving from this unstable situation, this is saying you're moving into a more stable situation. There's been a completion of a legal situation and you're moving into this more stable energy, which is what I'm seeing in these first Oracle Mystical Moments cards, is this sitting with your heart, sitting with your mind, sitting sort of in meditation, combining all these things, and we're having a very stable new beginning. So if you've been in a stable situation, no, you're going from instability to more stability within. And it's a change that you're not necessarily in control of. It's just the way we change as we go through life. So it's not like you're saying, I'm going to be more stable. It's just, that's the time that it is for you. We have this hourglass, and it is the hour, your internal world is shifting and changing, and you're becoming someone new, someone different. You're shifting the way you view the world. You're shifting the way you operate in the world. What's blocking you is this 2 of Swords. So actually, what's blocking you is blocking you. It's this dysfunctional scissors. The scissors is not working. It's put together wrong. So there's something that you need to cut out or prune, and you do not have the proper tool to do that. You're not prepared to do that. You need to, here we have, just the top of the skull here, and I'm seeing these eyes. You're not seeing what you need to cut out and how you need to cut it out. And so you need to sort of look at your scissors a little bit, look at the tools that you have, sort of reconfigure them. So you have everything you need. You have what you need with you. It just needs some reconfiguring. You need to look at it all again and put it back together in a way where it's going to actually be functional. So you might be in this energy where you've got this sword, but your sword's like broken and needs to be fixed, and you need to fix some way in which you might still be allowing a little bit of this. So we have a lot of swords here, so a lot of mind and communication issues. So maybe you need to figure out how to communicate a little more clearly. You need to figure out how to maybe stand up for yourself, or how to stand up for yourself in a healthy way. So there's just something about needing to break some sort of bond that you have, but not necessarily having the correct tool, but you put it together wrong. So you need to retrace some steps and figure out how to put these ideas back together in a way that's going to function and work for you. So in your environment, you have this 3 of Cups. You have a celebratory energy around you. Actually, this could be a throuple or a third-party situation, perhaps. I mean, we've got the 3 of Swords here. I don't really like to view 3 of Cups automatically as a third-party situation. So it could just be a party and among close friends, a celebration of something. So that might be going on, although it looks like there's some heartbreak here. There's a heart on the table. So we're either, looks like we're doing a little cheers. You did it, you made it. So there's a celebratory energy around you. And then your to-do list is to come up with a new idea or strike the match. So, well, here you are, you've lifted up anchor, but you don't have any wind and you don't have a lot of clarity. So this is saying, get some clarity, strike the match in the darkness, see what's in your environment, get some inspiration here. So you are striking a match, you're looking around you. So this is telling you to to really use your intuition to open up and open up some clarity and be able to see what's going on more clearly in the room that you're in or in the situation that you're in. So I see that with this listen is paying close attention to sort of this dark space. You're buried here, and so listening, paying attention to where you're at, opening your eyes to where you're at, seeing the opportunities around you, listening for your intuition to open up something new. And then in your future, we have this Page of Pentacles. We have this beginning. So this is sort of the student vibe. This is a farming. The Pentacles in this deck is sort of a farming situation. So you are beginning to harvest. So that's what I'm seeing here too with this pulling up anchor. You're beginning a new journey. You're beginning to take in, you've had this transformation. You're sort of buried. There's a resurrection, harvest energy here. Some sort of justice situation has come to completion. And it's time for you to, once you have these new ideas and once you're seeing more clearly and cutting out what you don't need, it's time for you to start filling your bag with the fruits of your labors. Her bag isn't very big. It's a mind bag. So she's putting ideas in her mind. She's learning things. Sort of some things are coming to fruition around her, and she's starting to collect new ideas, starting to collect her coins, and starting to build her sort of empire and her financial stability. It's time for her to start doing that. So, all right, Gemini, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope this reading was helpful. Please, of course, like, subscribe, comment, because it helps other people find this channel and grow it bit by bit, and helps the people, the messages find more people that can use them. So anyway, have a wonderful week.